Hello YouTube, and today we'll be looking at the differences between let, const and var keywords. So keep watching to know the differences. So all these keywords look very similar because they are all used for declaring a variable. So let's see it one by one. So let us first look into let keyword. If we are telling that let x equals, let's use a number, let x is equal to 42. So if you want to say like print x, then console dot log and x, we want to print the value of x. So if we run the code, we'll see a result which is 42. So as we are seeing a result 42, but what if we do something like x equals, let's see 24, x equals 24. So what is our code going to print? If we run the code, let me do this again. If we run this code, we are going to see 24, because basically JavaScript runs line by line, which means line after line after line. First you have said to the computer that the value of x is going to be 42, but after it you are telling that the value of x is going to be 24. So it is going to consider that the value of x is 24 and not 42. So we are going to getting a result which is 24. So what if we do something like let x equals 666, and if we print it, we are going to get an error. So why are we getting an error? Let's see it. So firstly, what is the difference between this x equals 24 and let x is equal to 666? Let's say that if we do something like let x equals 24, and if we try printing it, then we are going to see an error. So basically the thing which is happening is that when you are telling to the computer that x equals 24, then you are basically assigning a value to the variable x, which is already declared, which means that you have already told the computer that there is something which is x, and x is a variable and it is holding a value which is 42. But after it you are telling to the computer that no, x is holding a value of 24. But then when you are again telling the computer that let x equals 24, then you are declaring the value of x again and again, which means that you have told the computer that there is a variable x, and once again you are telling the computer that there is a variable called x. But if you look in these three lines, then you are basically telling the computer only once that yes, there is a variable x and its value is 42, and after it you are not telling the computer again and again that there is a variable x, there is a variable x, there is a variable x, because computer already knows what is x. It is a variable. So this is known as declare. This is known as assigning the variable. In the first line you have declared the variable x, it is declared, and in this line you have assigned the value of x as 42. There is quite a difference between both of these. And here you have again declared the value of x as 24. So you may have understood that what I am talking about. Basically, in case of let keyword, you can assign the value of let keyword many times. Like if you are telling that let x equals 42, then x is a variable and you can assign its value as many times as you want, but you cannot declare it twice. Like if you said that let pi equals 3.1419, then you can tell that okay, pi equals 24, pi equals 42, pi equals 66, but you can't tell that let pi equals something, because you have already told the computer that let its value is something, because you have already declared its value, but you can assign it as many times as you want. So this is all about let. I hope you have understood. And moving on to var keyword. So when you use something like var y equals, let's suppose that var y equals 45, and when we are telling the computer that var there is a variable y and its value is 45, and we are telling the computer to print the value of y. So let me clear it out and run it again. When we are printing it, then we are getting a value 45. So 45 is the value of our variable y. But what if we do something like assign it again? Like I hope you are understanding it, what I mean by assign. So we are telling to the computer that there is a variable y. Okay, there is a variable y, but we want to change the value of y. We have already declared to the computer that yeah, there is a variable y, but now you are telling that no, I want to change the value of the variable y. So you are telling to the computer no, the value of variable y should be 676. So if you console.log it, let's clear it out first. If you console it, then you're going to see the value 676. This is your output. So the thing which is happening, you have declared it once and then you have assigned another value to it over here on the line third. So what if we do something like we again declare to the computer that yeah, hey computer, there is a variable which is called y and its value is something like 66. So what do you think the computer is gonna print? I'm giving you some time to think what the computer is going to print, and I hope you may have guessed it. The computer is going to print 66 because code gets executed line by line. So on the line 5th, we are telling the computer that there is a variable y whose value is 66. But wait, you have declared you have declared the value of 5 two times, which means that you have declared the variable y twice. On the line first, you have told the computer that yeah, there is a variable called y and on the line 5th, you have again told to the computer that there is a variable called y. So this is the advantage of using the variable var keyword, which means that you can declare the variable as many times as you want, and you can also assign the variable as many times as you want. Like you can say that if I do something like y equals let's suppose 748, so the computer is going to print obviously what's on the last line, which is 748. So you can declare it as many times as you want and you can assign a value to it as many times as you want. That's the pros of using the variable keyword. And if we look on to const keyword, so let's say const z equals to let's say 56. So const z is equal to 56, and if we tell the computer that okay, the value of const z is 56 and no, but I have changed my mind, I want to say that the value of z is equal to 67. So what do you think is going to happen? I think that the code is not going to run, it is going to throw error. Yeah, the code is basically throwing an error now. Why? Because JavaScript states that you can't declare a variable constant again and again, because the value of a constant is fixed. That's why it is called as constant. Its value is constant, its value can't be changed, which means that you can neither declare it again and again nor you can assign it again and again. On the line third, we have assigned the value of variable z, but let's declare the variable z once more. So let's say that const z equals 77. So is the code going to run? What do you think? um, so basically when we are going to run the code, we are going to get an error. Why? Because you can't declare a constant again and again, nor you can assign a value to the constant again and again. So thanks for watching.